Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for some more wrestling content. Not a review this week. There was no shows, so we're bringing you part two to our video we did about a month and a half ago, ranking all the current male wrestling champions, not tags included. Today, as per your request, it's all the women's champions in pro wrestling, with the exception of Stardom. Stardom, there's just way too many.
Does that mean there's tag belts coming soon? Should we do
Maybe a
all the
tag,
tag belts,
maybe, could be, quite
including
possibly.
female, male and female?
Stay
Did you
tuned
put
for
did you
that.
put female on this list? No, right?
In terms of.
Tags?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No
I'm
tag.
just
Yeah,
double checking to make sure
no
you're
tag.
honest
Because we're doing this live.
for the people.
Yes, for the people, we the people. But before we get into the tier list, make sure you go down, give this video a like, share this video, give it a comment, help that algorithm out. Follow us on Spotify. Spotify is growing, so if you can't watch the video reviews, this won't be on Spotify because it's a
Oh,
tier
I
list.
hope
You need
not.
to see this to understand it. But like our reviews are on Spotify, so make sure you go to Spotify, give that a follow. So like I said, if you can't watch our videos, at least you can hear the review. So tune in because next week we're gonna have New Japan, Sakura Genesis, David Finlay versus what's his nuts?
And you know what else we're gonna have
Hiroki Goto.
this week? Unfortunately, opposed to JD's want or need, will be a state that he
Yes.
doesn't want or need because I'm forcing him to do it. And that will be on Spotify because I'm also going to make him put it on Spotify now that I've
Yes.
said it on this.
It will be there. So make sure you're down in the description box down below. Follow all the links there. His Instagram, my Instagram. If you like movies, TV shows, wrestling, follow Campo.Reviews, this guy right here, and give him a follow as well. After you watch this video, that
Yeah, I'll
is.
give you lots of written
Mhm.
reviews on my Campo.Reviews
Yeah.
channel for movies
Stay
and
tuned
TV
because
shows.
we're gonna have a really sick Ninja Turtles video coming out.
Yeah, yeah. Before this is released, but go back and look at it.
Yeah, I think so.
Go back and look at
Go
it because
back and look at
it'll
it.
be
Yeah,
cute. It'll be
it's good.
released right on the 30th of March, which is the 35th
The
anniversary of
35th
Ninja Turtles,
anniversary of Ninja Turtles.
hosted by Caps. It's Caps's first original show on RLG Cast. Which
So
you'll say,
show him.
well, you only have this many followers. How many, But no, this is Caps's first ever show in the years that we've been doing it.
Hmm.
Show him some support and just go drop a like. You don't even have to watch the video. Just drop a like. Tell him he's great.
Yeah, just leave a comment saying, "Hey, good job, Caps," kind of thing.
Can we put a link for that in this video?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have the link for that
All
video
right,
here.
that's cute. Can we do
All
it
right.
in the other video too? Yeah, we will. Because
Yeah, of course we'll do
I'm
that.
going to force Showboat and advertise in his videos because that's what I do. Now let's jump into tier list land.
Tier list land. Here we go. All right.
Copyright
And there we
RLG
go.
Cast 2024.
So our categories today are legendary, world champ. Instead of European champ, we have Divas champ, mid card, and jobber.
Oh, Divas Champ is unfortunate.
Yeah. You want to
We'll
swap
take
the
it.
two? Well,
No, no.
whatever. We'll keep it. So let's start in WWE. Our first champ is Tiffy Stratton.
So can I give you a bit on this, and then
Sure.
I would actually like to do this in a way where not for all of them, but for this one specifically, I will say my piece, and then I don't want you to just say what you agree with me. I want you to give your whole spiel
Okay.
because as you know, I'm not like a huge WWE watcher. I keep up with the news and what's happening. I watch the big moments and whatever. And I did see the Charlotte Flair situation. And I love Tiffy. I think she's a great raw talent, but I think that promo with
Could
Charlotte,
use some work.
I think the match will be great, right?
Hmm.
But I think that promo showed like a super weakness in her
Character.
in her character, and it's a flaw. But I did hear this, and you like I said, when it's your turn, I'll let you give me everything you have. I did hear that this was a test for her, and they gave Charlotte went off the cuff, but Tiffy was a written promo. And what they did is they gave the written promo to Charlotte, and Charlotte knew everything she was going to say to beat her down so that way they could see how she responded in those moments. And there's one specific moment where she's like, yada, 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 and Charlotte cuts her off. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go. And then she goes, yada, yada. And she goes, no, you just said that. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow. But Charlotte is like on another level. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people look down on her. I think I look down on her in the sense of like, is Charlotte considered one of the greatest wrestlers, not female wrestlers, wrestlers of all time with the total amount of belts she's won? I don't
N-
think so.
no.
But in fairness, WWE does their own thing, like what they're doing with John Cena. So, what can I argue, right? It's not
Yeah.
my jam, it's not my butter, and it's not my bread. Tiffy is a great talent. She's
Hmm.
not there yet, and for that reason, I'm gonna go Divas champion.
Okay. So we'll base this also on match quality, and all her match qualities, all her matches
And
have
that's
been
fair,
great.
but
And
that's
title
what
defenses.
if I'm and like I said, I want you to give me a whole spiel like I just did. For
And
me,
for
the match quality gets her Divas champ.
right
Everything else, the character, the everything else,
is
it was
lower.
great on NXT where doo doo
Right.
happens, but
Yeah.
in main card, it lowered her down. Now you really break it down for me. Like, give me an
It's
honest.
also the fact that with I gotta also give it this, and this list is gonna be very, very difficult because I would say both WWE and AEW, like WWE main roster, do not give the women the showcase they deserve or need or the time.
All the time.
Right.
Sometimes they do.
Yes.
Where or AEW is more AEW and TNA are a little bit more open with what they're
Hmm.
giving, but you know what
Which
I
that's
mean.
who I'm missing. I just realized we don't have Masha on this list.
All right, well we'll do Masha anyways.
Yeah.
We'll say it last. We'll do
Yeah.
Masha last, and we'll score it. And if for people who don't see Masha, you'll hear us say it. I know
Hmm.
it's not going to be on Spotify, but you're looking, and we'll tell you where we put it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah. But all right. Welcome back to Tier List Land. We decided let's add Masha Slamovich because she needs to be there.
fair enough.
Fair enough. So going back to what we were saying about Tiffy Stratton, um, yeah, but like I said, they don't give the women enough time. And like you said, her gimmick worked in NXT and she's great in ring and she has improved. But like you said, she doesn't quite meet up with I guess the big boys and the big girls.
And not just that, her storyline
It's
isn't
kind of
great.
lame.
It was good when she had
Naya.
Money in the Bank, but
Hmm.
now since champion, has it been a good storyline? I mean, if you
No.
want to put it in world champ, we can argue it down later. But I do
Yeah, but
believe in my
no.
heart that it's a Divas champ.
And I kind of agree with that.
Her run has been not good.
Okay. Io Sky.
Okay, this specific run is also Divas champ because
It's too short.
we don't have enough. It is what it is. It's behind Tiffy for me
Yeah.
because in fairness to her, who is a better wrestler than 90% of the people on this list and understands now the way that WWE functions,
Hmm.
as racist as it is, um, she can't cut a promo still.
Yeah. That's why Dakota's always there to be your mouthpiece.
But I would put it ahead of Tiffy just for the fact that an Io Sky run,
Hmm. Could
especially
be
if
great.
she, and this is like preemptively rating this, which is not how we should be doing it, but if she does win at Mania, I
Hmm.
think it definitely deserved to be ahead of
Is
Tiffy.
it has the match has been decided, right?
Who is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm
I
asking.
don't
Has
watch
the
enough to no, don't look at it. Don't look at it. We're
no
not
Timmy was
judging
gonna
preemptively. We are
okay,
not.
Timmy was gonna look it up for us, but
If Timmy wants to look it up, he can, but we're not preemptively judging this.
no.
It's
So
probably going to be Becky Lynch.
no, I think the match has already been set. Timmy's on it. Timmy will let us know. Io Sky versus Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
All right.
So most likely Bianca's winning that.
Fair enough. So let's just keep it where it is.
Yeah.
If we're going to base this on character or whatever, blah, blah,
Yeah, no, but
blah.
her like it could be good, but her reign right
So
now
let's
is
go
too
both
short.
mid range, both mid range, both mid characters, both can't cut the promos.
Yeah,
Who's a better wrestler? It's
it's
obviously
Io
fucking
Sky.
Io Sky. It's not
Yeah,
even
not
it's
even
not a
close.
discussion. Io Sky is one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time.
Yeah,
If anyone out there doubts that, just do your own research. I don't need to explain it to you.
go watch. I sent you the clip, Lucha
Yeah.
Underground.
You don't even
E,
need to look up the clips. Just do your own
yeah,
research. Io
Io
Sky
Sky,
is
Mayu
technically
Iwatani, and Kairi
from
Sane versus Penta.
on paper from a technical just statistical
Hmm.
point of view, Io Sky is probably the greatest Japanese women's wrestler of all time. Not actually in ring,
No,
greatest wrestler of all time, but from a statistical point of view,
accolades wise.
accolades wise, right? And it's like it is pre decided ahead of ahead of
Hmm.
time, obviously. But it is what it is. You can't argue it,
Hmm.
right? It's like saying, "Oh, Chris Jericho sucks." No, well, like look at his body of work,
Yeah.
right?
And the longevity of his career.
Shout out to El Phantasmo.
El Fantasmo.
I'm also
Um,
wearing an El Phantasmo shirt. You can't see it, but
I'm wearing Ken
ironically,
Ken.
when I went out tonight, I was like, I got there and I sat down and I realized when I was about to take my shirt off, I'm like, okay, nobody judge me. I just realized I'm wearing a matching hat and shirt, but the shirt is red, so it doesn't like.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Yes. Laya Valkyria.
Um,
Nothing has been done with this title. For me, she's had a few good matches, but for me, this is mid card. There's no promos, there's no
I
build
I
up.
would I would go divas because I'm gonna count into some of this like we did with the men's. The build up to her winning this was we were so behind it because we've
Yeah.
been Lyra fans not prior to WWE. I don't even think either of us knew about her
No.
in like the ICP or whatever it was IW IPW.
ICW, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not good with acronyms. The We wanted her to win something really bad, and she
Yeah.
got the NXT belt, and it was cute. It was a fun time. She did really good, and I'm so happy she's the first ever of this belt, similar to Chelsea, who's coming up.
Hmm.
And I would say, wrestler wise, yes. Run wise so far, yes. But character and promo wise, I'd put
Yeah.
her behind Tiffy.
Feuds. The
Uh,
feuds are the feuds, other than the
It's
Dakota
not. It's
feud.
not her.
No, it's the
This is a
feuds
case.
too.
This is a case similar to EO, where it's not really her. It's what they're setting up. Where
Yeah.
Tiffy is her.
Yeah.
Okay, and well, let's talk about this one. So Chelsea Green,
I'm putting
I'm
this a
going
world
world
champ.
champ
Yeah. She's had great
because
defenses. Her character is
her character.
fantastic.
We've known this, and it's not just because she's Canadian. Her in ring work, the willingness to take the bump.
Hmm.
She's in matches to take the bump,
Bump.
not to
Yeah.
take a bump, to take the bump
The
off a
bump
ladder through the tables.
through two tables.
You know? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do we watch? A TNA, the women's King of the Hill or whatever the hell they
Yeah.
called it.
King of the Mountain match. Queen of the Mountain.
Queen of the Mountain through the tables. So when we saw the Money in the Bank, we knew she's going through the tables.
No.
And yes, is that a build-up type thing? Yes, but we got to give it to her because her run has been good. Her mic work is impeccable. The
Yeah,
character is
her
funny.
the way she bounces off Piper Niven too is fantastic.
I
Like,
have to.
yeah.
You have to.
Um, this title doesn't count.
It's mid card. Come on,
Mid card.
come on.
All right, let's
She's
give her
been
that.
champion for a nice little chunk of time.
Okay,
We're
we'll
not
give her that.
we're not super diehard watching this. Can you tell them about it?
So the Speed Champion is a a championship defended on Twitter or X exclusively, and the matches are designed to be quick 3-minute matches.
So from the start of it, who's been the champion?
I think it's always been her, hasn't it?
Well, then what's the argument here?
Yeah.
We're not arguing for fucking legendary.
I think what is it now? Andrade's the men's speed.
I don't know, but I figured it out by the way. The men's match that I watched that you guys probably heard me talk about on the last one, it was Noah guy versus Ivar.
Yes, it was Noah. It was S&M boy.
Oh, and we never remember their names. Noah's the worst company for me for that.
Inaba.
Yeah, Inaba. And he's cute. Like, and I mean cute in a wrestling way. Like
Yeah.
he's just a good wrestler.
Dragon Lee is champ.
And Dragon Lee. Okay. So but yeah, she it's not jobber.
Yeah, okay. Let's give her that then. All right. So you're not seeing double here. Yes, there's two Stephanie Vaquers and yes, two Mercedes Monet.
So let's distinguish all of them.
As you can see, they are double belted. So let us start with her run, just brand new NXT Women's Champion. She just beat Julia.
Mid card ahead of
Yes.
what's her name?
Because she had
Nothing's
one
happened.
defense. She had one defense. Jada Parker.
But fair
wasn't a
enough. She
bad
can't
match.
talk. Who wants to watch her face Jada Parker? Listen. We watched her
Actually, I'm
fight.
kind of growing on Jada Parker.
Shut your mouth. We watched her fight Julia,
Mhm.
and it wasn't even that great. I mean, we've seen her fight Julia before, and we
Yes.
know what the capabilities. These are, and listen to what I'm saying. This is not a WWE knock. These are the
Best women right
two
now.
of three best women's wrestlers in the world,
Mhm.
and it was an okay match. So for that reason, I'll give her this. For the
Yeah.
North American title, I'm putting her behind Chelsea Green because I think the run so
Yeah.
far has been pretty cute, and I like everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
The character's not established. She can't talk. The ring work is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
And her feuds have been decent.
right. We're not counting her what she did in CMLL or AEW or New
No,
Japan. This
this
is
is
just
strictly with these
NXT.
belts.
Right. And I think that's fair. Right. Otherwise, she would be in Legendary, and we both fucking know that.
Yeah. Give it a little bit more time and she might be up there.
I'm not going to say anything here. You decide.
Tony Storm's current run. She just won the belt back.
Legendary.
Legendary. The match itself was fantastic. We know this is going to be a fantastic run.
And they went back. Listen, fuck the booking in AEW and their goddamn writers. Okay.
I'm enjoying, even though the feud with Megan Bain has been, I'm enjoying it.
But listen, the character turn that led to the title
That she was
counts.
acting.
That counts. The match counts. The Megan Bain stuff counts. And then the subtle nod now to tweak it back to have Thunder Tits and go back to the Thunder Rosa thing to
Yeah.
me is peak because and we're not big Thunder Rosa people.
But that's our next feud. Yeah.
But we think Thunder Rosa in the ring is really good.
Yeah.
We're not big supporters of whatever her backstage situation is.
Yeah.
Mind you, now that we figured out that most of it was Britt Baker, okay,
Yeah.
it wasn't Jamie Hayter or
Mind you,
her.
that Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match, that lights out match was fantastic.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Now that we know the stuff that's come forward, we know that Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter weren't the problem. It was probably Britt Baker. But I'm still not a big Thunder Rosa guy, but I do know she could work in the ring and getting this storyline back because that was such a cool storyline at the beginning to have
sprinkling that little bit of
what was
callback.
a thunderstorm and to bring it back like that subtle storytelling, that's Kenny Omega storytelling from the female division that doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
And she's
my only wish, and yes,
who's
we're
the
putting
best
it there.
character in wrestling for female wrestling? Tony
Probably
Storm.
her. Yeah.
And it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I don't think we have another legendary on this list except her. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes,
and
we do.
I don't know if we're even going to disagree with it. We might disagree with
probably
it.
not. Mercedes Moné, since we're in AEW, this is her TBS title run.
I'll go world champ and I'll go top. I'll go right at the top.
Yeah, she's had it for a long time. Her matches, especially
her characters
New
who we
Japan.
expect. The matches have been solid, especially with the match with not Miyu Iwatani.
Azumi.
With Azumi, the match with Chris Statlander. We know she wrestles better with Japanese girls, so there's a chance that the next one's going to be higher. But we know her character. She hasn't broke.
We're going to save it for the state. Big name just signed with AEW officially.
Fair. We'll talk. She hasn't changed character since WWE. So
no, it's still the same.
It's not like she. If you're a WWE fan and you like Sasha Banks, you can't really be mad at what you're getting here.
Yeah.
And it's been a long run. It's been a productive run. She defends it constantly, and
always,
I have to give it to her.
The feuds have been good too.
I have to give her credit where credit's due, and I don't like her.
So I think this is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, this has to be. This has to be ahead of this is ahead of Tony Storm.
I think ahead just because of the longevity of the run.
It's not just longevity. It's she's just perfected what she's doing. She might arguably be on our next list the best women's wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Can you really negotiate that with me? Julia's been out for so long, double injury.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vacour, because of the changeover, yes, she's won titles, and we do have to grade our women's and men's list based in the similar way to the way they do.
But in terms of body of work in NXT now,
what do they call it? What's the company that does it? PWI.
Yeah,
we have to kind of grade a little bit on their scale, where it's like, how long do they have a title? How many titles did they win? But how long has her title run been?
It's almost 2 years now,
and she's had some absolutely amazing matches.
Yeah.
Listen, you can tune in on a Thursday night and talk absolute garbage about Ring of Honor. Sure, I'm not here to defend Ring of Honor, but
you give me an Athena match and
it's going to be good.
Yeah,
it's going to be good. Yeah. This is no bias. There's zero bias. You can call me biased all you want.
Let's just say her
Tony
character
Storm
here.
Pick, you cannot call me biased at all for the Athena pick.
Yeah, for here, she took the character she had in WWE and just perfected it here, because she's always had that better in-ring workability. When she first joined AEW, it was kind of
Oh,
a bloated female
face
roster, but she's
Athena
found
with the
her,
stupid wings, that was not it.
yeah,
Heel
she's found her
Athena
character.
with the minions.
Yeah.
And listen to me, we're fans of Billy Stark.
Hmm.
There is no Billy Stark the way that Billy Stark is today, even as good
Without
of a
Athena.
wrestler she is, without Athena.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
agree.
a multi-purpose reason to be where she is.
Now, let's go the other end. Ring of Honor. Red Velvet.
That's Jobber.
Yeah.
You want
I
to know
don't,
why?
she's a bad
Because
wrestler.
she's a
Her
bad
character's
wrestler. The
shit.
matches have all been shit, and any match that was good was because of the other person.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch you fight the Rebel twins,
Yeah.
Robin and whatever the other one's name is, or the Renegade twins.
The
Sorry,
Renegade Twins. Yeah.
to 7 times for me to know that you're not very good.
Yeah. So,
It's not a good run. Nobody cares about the run. Once Billy Starks lost the belt, nobody cares. It is what it is.
all right. This time we got Mercedes Moné once again, New Japan Strong Women's Championship.
So, and I mean, if you agree, you agree, but negotiate with me here.
Hmm.
Because of the state of the way that New Japan Strong functions, there's no real character, there's no real arc, there's no
No.
real story. But her matches have been better than her TBS championship matches. And for that
My
reason, it has to be I would say listen, before you place it, and I'm
okay.
okay with where you're about to drop it.
Okay.
I think it's ahead of the TBS belt because the matches have been so unbelievable. But
Really?
if you think it's lower, I'm okay with that because it balances out.
The only reason why I would put it here, so let's meet in the middle. Let's put it at the end here. Okay, we'll meet in the
This is for
middle.
Strong, by the way, if
This is
anyone.
for Strong, yeah. For me, the TBS matches, there's a more emphasis. She defends it more, even though the Strong,
Yeah.
the Strong run has not been as long either.
And in fairness to the WWE belts that you see here, they're all new champions,
Hmm.
right? So it's like it's an unfair advantage for all the other companies because they're all brand new. Every single women's
Yeah,
champion in AEW, even the tag belts, are brand new in WWE.
WWE, yeah,
On NXT, SmackDown, Raw, they're all brand new.
yeah,
It's hard to judge it, but we have to judge it where it is at this point. And
yeah. They're all less than 4 months, aren't they? Vacour, Chelsea Green, yeah.
okay, so the next belt,
So let us go.
you talk,
IWGP Women's Championship.
you
Mayu
you
Iwatani.
talk, you tell me, and then I'll tell you if I agree or disagree.
I don't. She rarely defends it, even though the longevity has been there. She rarely defends it.
How many promos has she cut?
She doesn't cut very many promos
Zero
because she's not a very
promos.
good talker.
Zero
Yeah.
promos.
I don't like her character. She's talented in the ring. I'll give her that. But
We can't not.
the thing is, if she's in a match where she doesn't want to be with that person, the match is not going to be good.
Can I throw something out there? Based
Hmm.
on longevity and match quality, can we put her at the top of Divas Champ?
That's exactly where I was going to put it. Just
Okay,
because of
I don't like
longevity.
how you're agreeing with me on everything. I thought there was going to be fights about everything here. I
No.
set you up.
No,
I just
we,
want
we
you
did
guys.
disagree.
I
We
want
did
everyone.
disagree on this one.
I want everyone out there in TV land to visibly see that I set him up multiple times in this episode for arguments, and he didn't even argue, and I don't
Nope.
like that because he's agreeing with me.
It makes for good TV.
It does. I don't want to be the heel anymore.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said, with Mayu Iwatani, I know you'd put it at the top of Divas. See, I can't really put it anywhere else because she's had it
You
for.
have to. It's been so long.
It's been so long. It's just the
If
fact
anything,
that
you could put it up one.
I think Tiffy has defended the belt more
I think you could even put Mayu up one.
behind Monet.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. And that's
for
fair.
me, I want to leave it there.
That's fair. So I want to pose a question to you here.
Hmm.
I'm not going to say where I'm going to put her. I want to pose a question to you, and I want your opinion, and then I will tell you whether I agree or disagree later.
Okay.
Masha Slamovich is a top 5 female wrestler in the world the last 2 years, not just
Mhm.
1 year, 2 years. She deserved her title run far before this.
She's won men's belts.
She is a absolutely all-timer already. And if you disagree with me, I don't fucking care. Anyone on the internet, I don't care. She is an all-timer already. But
Mm-hmm.
this run is not that long, and she keeps getting NXT women's wrestlers that are
Mm-hmm.
on the lower
Now she's
tier.
getting JC Jane after Cora
But they're
Jade.
and JC Jane is fine because JC
Yeah.
Jane is a thematic rivalry, right? You're not getting
Yeah.
Cora Jade where it's like, well, she's cute and she's popular. This is like you're actually getting a wrestler here who might not be in the top tier, but she's like
Serviceable.
she can give you the promos and she can give you the story,
Yeah.
right? That you want for like to build up.
She
And it's
can
not
build it
gonna
up. Yeah.
it won't be a great match, but we're getting a story. That being said,
But I mean, eventually this will lead
it
to Masha versus Tessa.
and I'm not going there yet. I'm not giving you anything outside of what I just said. What do you think?
What do I think? She's too new. I'm putting it above Io
Okay,
only because,
this is. Can I give you something? Since you've already
yeah,
put it
this
there,
is hard.
let me
This
give
is
you
hard.
something. Let me give you something that
Yeah.
might help. I agree with you to an 87% extent, but the other 13% in me is screaming. I don't care that it's too new. The build up to it, which we shouldn't count,
Hmm.
and the quality
The
of wrestler
3 year
that she is,
storytelling. Yeah.
it should be ahead of it should be no. Oh, it should at least be ahead of Mayu. And if you want, I'll take it ahead of Sasha Banks in the strong.
Yeah. I think that's a good place for it
Because
because this is a three
her
year
every
build up.
match, every good thing. Okay, Jordan Grace is good. Okay, we're not saying Jordan Grace
Okay.
isn't
But the
good.
fuse
But
she
every
had with
good
Jordan
thing she's
Grace.
done in her title matches, every good thing in the match has been because of her.
Yeah.
It's not because of the other wrestler.
Their trilogy of matches was fantastic.
And it's not to hate on Jordan Grace, but that match was carried by Masha, and then the match against Cora was carried by
Hmm.
Masha. And it's like, can we negate the quality that she brings to a match? She's like I said,
Yeah.
it's not even a conversation.
I'm glad we added her to the list.
Anybody who watches wrestling,
Hmm.
who watches a wrestling,
In
okay,
general.
there's no way Masha's not a top 5 women's wrestler. You're
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. Sure, her promos are 6 out of 10. Sure, her character is 6 out of 10, but her matches are 11 out of 10 every
Hmm.
time. And that balances out to like an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Which is
And
fair enough.
there's
Like,
very few women giving you an 8.5 out of
mind
10.
you, you have in the top right here, you have 4 of the top 5 women in the world right now.
I would go. Well, should we just do it? I'm gonna do it. You do it.
Mm.
Not in order. Tony Storm, Julia, Stephanie Vacour, Masha Slamovich, and Athena.
Athena, yeah, that you can't really argue that, can you?
But because they're not belt champions, we can't argue those other people, right?
Right.
But like, if you're gonna go belt champions, you have your top 5 right there:
Yeah.
Athena, Sasha Banks, Tony Storm, Chelsea
Yeah.
Green, and arguably either Stephanie Vacour or Masha
Masha.
Slamovich.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, what dream match are you not pining for?
Can you
That's not.
imagine
That's
Slamovich versus Storm, Athena versus Storm?
I just this is what I want. And this is no disrespect to Masha Slamovich. Athena, 4 corners match. Athena, Tony Storm, Julia, Stephanie Vacour. That's like my not just like right now.
That would be all time.
That would be all time. And I'm being super honest with you when I say that. I don't
Yeah.
just mean that right now. I mean that literally in the pantheon of women's fucking wrestling. That would be
Hmm.
the greatest 4-way match of all time.
Oh yeah.
A close second would be like
Yeah.
Tam,
Azumi.
Azumi, Masha, Jordan Grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Charlotte Flair instead of Jordan Grace. But you get what I'm saying here, right? Like it's not the
Yeah.
list of women's wrestlers, and it's not to be disrespectful. Like in that tier,
Yeah, the echelon.
is there's not a lot.
Yeah.
And shout
And
out
then
to Bailey because Bailey's a great wrestler too.
and throw an EO Sky there too.
You know who doesn't belong? And
Mm.
you can hate me. You can put hate in the comments. You can hate me specifically, JD. when you look at that upper tier and with like the people we're talking about, that upper crust, that
Hmm.
special place, Becky Lynch is not that guy. I know
No,
she's the man, but she's
but she's
not that
not that
guy.
guy. No, I tend to agree. She's
Compared to I Sasha Banks is a way better match creator than
hmm
Becky Lynch.
and like you said, her matches, her Japanese matches are phenomenal.
And yes, we can be like, oh, it's because the Japanese wrestler, but they're so consistently good.
Yeah.
What happened when she fought Chris Statlander? Right?
It takes two people to have a
Listen,
match.
you want me to throw a name out there just into the pantheon, just throw it out there, and you're gonna be like, this is a little preemptive of you. You're a jerk, fuck. Megan Bain. Like Megan Bain already,
She
she
has the
already
potential.
shows me things that make me tingle. The way that she hits so hard, the clobbering like hits.
She reminds me take take someone like China's size, but the wrestling ability of
Of Tony
someone like
Storm.
of Tony Storm. Yeah.
And this is what's special in AEW right now. And WWE is loaded with women's wrestlers, Japanese.
NXT. Yeah.
CMLL is loaded. They all are. WWE, okay. TNA is the one that's the weakest right now for women's wrestlers by far. It's not even close. Um, but it's that special something that a Charlotte Flair has, or a Tony
Yeah.
Storm has, or a Sasha Banks has, where they're like, they get in the ring and they're like, just clobber me.
Yeah.
And a
Or
person like
Bailey
Megan
that has
Bain is
the
like,
extra gear.
but you know what I mean? And then you get those kind of people in a ring with a person like Megan Bain, and you say, just do it. And Megan Bain goes,
Yeah.
okay, and just fucking hits you.
Yeah.
And then you see Tony Storm's eyes light up like this is where we've lost the connection between men's and women's wrestling.
Yeah. Because she's what?
Because
How tall
it,
is she?
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
You have the greats, the Kenny Omegas that are like when Kenny Omega fights Takeshita, he doesn't go, let's have like a really good,
Yeah.
and it's not disrespectful to Brian Danielson.
Yeah.
Let's not have a really good technical match. Kenny
No,
goes,
let's
okay, when we
go
get to this
all
part,
out. We're
you
gonna have a
fucking
fight.
punch me right in the fucking eye. Hit me right in the eye and then slam me through this table like you want to kill me.
Well,
Okay? Tony
look
Storm
what Kenny
looks at
Omega
Megan
did
Bain.
for Gabe
But
Kidd.
do you see Megan Bain is the Takeshita of women's wrestling. She has the size and the power and the know-it-all. She went to Japanese wrestling where they learned
Hmm.
to do those things, okay? Where Stephanie Vacour and Julia, that's why they're special because they know how they could do a WWE match, but they could do an AEW match.
They
Could
can
do
do a lucha
Japanese
match.
Exactly. And a Kenny is like Tony's the Kenny of the women's division. So is Sasha Banks even. Like
Yeah.
I don't like to give her credit, but she is. And she looks at a person like Megan Bain and goes, "When we get into this match, hit me.
Yeah.
Leave me with a black eye." And
Yeah.
that's what's special about a person like Megan Bain because she goes, "Okay,
Yeah.
she's your Takeshita." Takeshita goes, "You want me to hit you?
Okay, I'm gonna hit
I'm
you.
gonna hit you."
Be
And
careful what you wish for.
that's what Ibushi did for his entire run in New Japan, regardless of all of his flaws. The reason that they loved Ibushi was because when you got Ibushi in the ring and with a
Yeah.
guy like Naito, and Naito was like, "Hit me,"
Yeah.
Ibushi was like, "Okay."
Or even someone like a
Okay.
Shibata was the same
Exactly.
way.
Perfect example, right? You get in the ring with a Tanahashi, and Tanahashi looks at a Shibata and goes, "Hit me." There's a difference. When you look at Tanahashi and you go, "Hit me," you get a Shawn Michaels hit.
Yeah.
When you look at a Shibata and go, "Hit me," you get a Bret Hart hit. And
Yeah.
you go, "Okay, that's
Okay.
what we're doing here."
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
And
it's gonna be
that's it.
that kind of a match.
Thank you for watching.
But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure tune in later this week. Campo and I, as he said, will have a state of wrestling for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Technically it'll be our March because we'll get it
It
out
will
on
be our
time.
March. I mean, it will be in April, but it'll be
March,
March.
April. It'll be our pre-mania state.
Pre-Mania.
Okay. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.